After listening to everything you've heard on this website, if you're still sitting there saying, can I do this business? Or should I do this business? Let me sort of take you back to my life and sort of show you why I believe this is something anyone can do. 22 years ago, when I started the tanning industry, put yourself in my shoes. I saw a business that I thought I could do well in, so I started the business. It took an investment of almost $500,000. Now, I didn't have $500,000. So what I did is I ran up every credit card you could. I borrowed from every relative I knew. I took every bit of savings I had, borrowed anybody I could borrow money from, and then of course worked out payment plans for all the equipment and so forth that I went into. So basically, I had my life savings on the line and started in the business. On day one, that business overhead was going to cost me about $700 to $750 a day. I had 62 other tanning salons in my area open, and they had one goal: put me out of business. And that was the beginning of a business, and that's something people do every day of the year in America. They start their own business, and that's what they're up against. I remember the first few people that came through my door, they weren't customers, they were advertisers explaining to me that I needed to advertise my business, so I had to spend more money. So needless to say, it was a long journey. In fact, it was a journey of 6 years to get that money back. Today, 22 years later, it's a great business, love it, but it was a long journey. Now, let's look at the Vima business, the decision you may be making today. We're talking about not $500,000, we're talking about $500 to start right. And we're not talking about 62 people trying to put you out of business. We're talking about a team of people helping you grow your business. We have systems in place now that didn't exist back then. We have Verve University education system where you can watch videos and learn exactly what to do. We have the SuperChargedLive.com site, which literally will do the work for you. It literally lets you plug your people in and let us do the presentations for you. Let them hear from people who've earned over $1 million in this business, and let them use the $1 Million mentors to steer them on their way. We have success stories ranging from the people who enrolled us, Ruth Elliott and Jeff Elliott, who created their own movie about their life, about the amazing story of their family and their son. We have so many success stories in Vima to point to. They will be there to help you as well. But with Vima Business, it's very simple. So in case you're asking yourself, well, why doesn't everybody become successful? Well, it does require work. Whether it's 6 to 8 hours a week like I did back in the day when I started, but it does require work. It's simply as this. Let's say I've got a big pile of dirt over here, and we need to move it from here to here. And I give you a shovel. And I say, pretty simple. You're gonna shovel this dirt, carry it over here, and dump it over here. Simple as that. But you gotta work. And so you sit there and you look at the dirt for a while, and you shovel it a few times, and you know, it's getting kind of hard. I'm gonna stop. And you don't do it. Well, guess what? You never get it moved. You never have success. But someone else might say, you know what? This is hard work, but I'm gonna keep doing it, and eventually the dirt gets moved. Success happens. It happens when you put the work in. But what I'm telling you here, what you got opportunity to look at right here is something much bigger than moving dirt, much bigger than a task. We're talking about a lifestyle change, a change of your life, a change of passion, something you can be so passionate about, so excited about, so enthralled about like we are. It literally can change your family's future, not just for yourself, but for generations to come. And I hope you'll take a very close look at this like I did 6 years ago, because I can't be emphatic enough to say what it did for me. You know, Vima has blessed us financially and with material things, I have to say. We have a beautiful home that we were able to pay the entire home off because of Vima. We have beautiful cars, we have a beautiful lifestyle that we live. We're able to help other people now. We're able to help our church, help charities, do things we never dreamed we could do before, all because of this business and putting a little time in. But what I can say is the greatest thing is this business allows us to help people change their own lives. You know, it's one thing to give to charity to help someone out, but it's another thing when you, the old saying, basically, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Well, we're able to teach people how to fish with this. We're able for them to earn their own $100,000, $200,000, or their $1 million. They're able to change their life. And you know, whether you want to have life-changing income like that, it's there available for you. But maybe it's simply you want to make an extra $500, $1,000 a month. That could pay off your house or pay your car payment. That's here available too. People who see me now and they say, you and your wife, oh, you've made millions of dollars with Vima, but they had to see us back then, 6 years ago, when we hadn't made a dime with Vima. If you knew us then and realized what we grabbed hold of back then, you would decide that quick that, yes, I can do this too. When I started out in life, I was living in a little mobile home, and it was taking me forever to pay that off. And to live the lifestyle we live now, and for Vima, what it's meant to our life. And again, it was simply a drink that we drank that we thought tasted great, has a nutrition value to it. We never dreamed the financial value that it would have to us. And if you knew how how I didn't understand any of this 6 years ago and I was able to have this success, you would be jumping at this because anyone can do this. It is that simple. Does it require work? Yes. Does it require desire? Yes. But you got a team ready to work with you that you can achieve whatever your personal dreams might be for you. I can promise you, we're ready to lock arms with you. As my good friend J.D. Phillips says, if you give us your hands, we'll give you our heart, and together we can build a dynasty. Thank you very much for taking a look at this theme of business.